Pobrecito, pobrecito, pobrecito!
And we are back with more Justin Bieber.
And next up, I will be oiling down Christian.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Another Latino with a Podcast. I'm Christian Henix Mayer, and today I am with Jim Balderston, that he's the most racist, homophobic, and terrible person I know, so that's why I brought him on the podcast, because we want to get canceled.
What are you talking about? I'm not. You can't introduce me as the most racist guy. I mean, is it accurate?
But yeah, this cannot be the introduction. It can be.
Am I supposed to be wearing these headphones right now? Because I can't hear anything through these.
No? Okay. What about now?
Oh, yeah, now I can.
Okay, now you can hear this.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You're fucking soundboard guy. All right, what is
You are gay.
Okay. Okay. There.
Women.
That important.
That one's good. That one we're going to need.
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sad music if you have a story that is sad. Okay.
Why must you fail me so often?
Perfect.
That's when I don't say something racist. Right?
Exactly when you're behaving, or like.
When I'm behaving.
Why must you fail me so often?
This is true. Christian did not have me. I've been asked to be on this podcast for months now. Christian only now has me on, and he told me,
Yeah.
be ready to be racist. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
That's on the
What are you trying to ask me to do?
I'm like, hey, don't wear anything green, and by the way, be ready to be extremely. No, but Jim Balderston, he produced a show here in Chicago, and comedy you deserve, which is and Childlights, amazing both shows are gonna be the next Childlights, and so sorry, but this episode is gonna come out. I don't know where, when, but
or where. We don't know.
or where in YouTube, but like
It's okay. No one's going to be watching it.
no, I have 200 subscribers and like
Ooh.
40 views in videos. So for the 40 of those subscribers that actually watch it, thank you so much.
Very
But
nice.
I'm so sorry I didn't release episode Saturday. But the thing is, like, my family was here, and it was so difficult to shoot a episode with them here, and for two reasons. One, they're here, and it's like it's a little complicated. But second is like I don't want to spend the time that I'm gonna be with my family with some racist comedian. So I have to wait for them to leave. And also my
Again.
dad and my mom were
yeah.
a little racist.
Look, bro. It's one thing to text me, right, and say I want you to be racist for the podcast, because then I'm like, maybe I will. It's another thing.
I didn't say that.
Okay. It's another thing.
So that was a fucking lie.
It's another thing to introduce me. I'm still thinking about this as the most racist comedian of all time. Not the most racist
No,
not
of
the
all
most racist
time.
in Chicago of all time. You saying I'm the GOAT?
You're the goat.
Damn.
A white goat, because if it is black, you will have problem with that. So that's why, dude. Okay. And it also have to be an American goat. If it is a little Chinese,
So I'm the other Latino with the podcast, actually.
not Latino.
So yeah, this is now my podcast.
no, it's not. But dude, again, YouTube. I don't care if you shadow ban me. I don't care being canceled.
You're not the one who's getting canceled right now, brother. You're not the one who's getting canceled.
There's 18 people that are gonna be like, this is fucked up, and that's it.
And you know what? I
That-
want
these-
tho-
these
I want
podcasts-
all 18.
These podcasts
Every
won't cancel
single
you.
show I go to. I want them everywhere. I want
The-
these. If you see this,
Yeah.
I'm the most racist comedian of all time.
This
my number
won't
one
cancel you. I can promise you. And then
If it does, you're fucked.
YouTube will shadow ban this so hard. Like not even my subscribers are gonna be able to watch the episode.
Okay. You know what? Here's what I'll say. Why don't we change it to be like this, right? You are actually, and this is true, one of the most racist comedians I know. I'm just a white guy, so of course I'm racist. Right?
Exactly,
Of course-
by default.
Yeah.
I cannot be racist. I'm Latino. Okay.
I've seen you. You've said some fucked up things though.
My best friend is black.
Okay, well then you can say
That
it.
absolved me from
Say the N word. Congratulations
to him.
Well, you already do. So, I don't know why you're asking for. I've heard you do it. What the fuck?
No. This is like okay. we are actually not that racist, a little bit. But the thing is, like, we are mocking because he was on another podcast that I'm not gonna name the names because I don't want to name names. But if he watched this, he will know it's him. But he was in another podcast and he didn't even say like racist stuff. It was just like funny like comments, edgy, but because they were shooting on a Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and he was like, "I'm so honored to as a white dude to be," and my friend was like, like cut everything. So he cut out like every time like he made him look like bad, and then he just left in the whole podcast all the moments that he made him look like an asshole. I was like,
Yeah.
no, no, keep that, keep that, keep that. But the part he says like I was the one drunk, just
Yeah.
cut
And
that,
that's fine because I am an asshole, so it's cool.
which is okay.
It's fine to look like an asshole. Like I'm chill with
Yeah.
that. Even with this, if you left in every clip where I look like a piece of garbage, that's what I want out of this.
No, no, because this is something that I do. Like, I like to elevate a little bit more the person that is with me on the podcast, because I mean, yes, I'm on all the episodes. Like, I have this person for this episode.
Right.
So like, it won't for me. It doesn't make any sense that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make you look bad. It's like, why? It doesn't make sense that I'm gonna do that. So probably I'll clip the parts that you make me look terrible, because it's funny for me also. Like, people in YouTube, people in the internet, trolls. You gotta let go. Like, it's like you're hating too
Jews
much.
gotta let go.
Like, you're hating too much. You're like overthinking shit. Like, if we say something like slightly racist, is because of the fun part of it. Because one comment said like the moral thing to say is usually never the funny thing to say.
Right.
Like, so being like edgy sometimes is funny. But that doesn't mean like we are like that or we think like that or it's like that's our actual thoughts. And
That's how I know this is gonna be a curse podcast because the first 10 minutes right now are
Right now.
us like trying to make them okay with what we're about to say. Like that's what you're like. Just so you know, trolls, we need you to hear this. It's okay for us to be racist. Now, Jim, how do you feel about Palestine?
immediately so a slave. We should have them back, right? Like what?
Okay. Hell no.
Like, who is
Fucking-
like since we put Latinos out of the country, we need black people to.
You started an interesting premise. Went away. I didn't want it to go. Overall,
So who's
my
picking
answer-
up the cotton? Like, that's
I look. This is something very important to us. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart.
the Mexicans are not doing it, so we need someone else to step in.
We always need a lower class. I'm telling you,
Women are too quick to do it.
Koreans very good at dry cleaning. I like them. Very good. Not so good hard labor. I don't know.
This is such a good impression of Donald Trump. Like, you practice for this podcast.
I'm
Like,
his son. He's my dad.
you look like you look like actually the son of Donald Trump. That he's like, I'm not.
Oh, dude. He's got Barron.
I'm not acknowledging this
He
one.
likes Barron. I'm his comedian son. Like,
That's why he's like, I'm not acknowledging.
him and
this
Hillary got tipsy at one old party the other day.
shit. With Hillary, that's your mom. Okay,
yeah.
cool. But okay, now I did bring topics, and they're not racist. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know.
Don't
you wanted to-
apologize for not bringing racist.
No.
Guys, Comedy You Deserve does not take political stances. We are a company that loves all people in all colors.
They charge what black people a little extra.
It's called the
The tariff.
security fee.
Terrible. Okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna jump in this topic. Like, yeah, panic button. Thank you. No, I'm gonna jump in this topic that I brought. That is,
Yeah.
I believe, and the more I know, the more I believe in this sentence of ignorance is bliss. Like, you're blessed if you're an ignorant person, because like the more you know about how the world situation is, how everything that is happening right now, we have access to. If something happens in Malaysia right now, like an earthquake or a lot of people dying or for any reasons, like we here in Chicago will know immediately because a video pops up.
Right.
It's like, so many tragedies that I believe like we were better before in the 80s because we didn't have this a lot of overwhelming information, and I truly believe like we this is weird, but do we want to be stupid? Because people who are like more ignorant are happier. Because
Well, I'm dumb as shit, and I'm happy all the time.
there you go. Like,
So
should we want this to be like more ignorant in
Yeah.
order to be happier?
I guess are you saying that you don't want to know what tragedies are happening in Malaysia?
I don't want to know that much.
You don't want to know that much.
No, and about that, and about like there's always like a scientist or you saw the movie Don't Look Up.
Yes.
Okay, the movie Don't Look Up is spoiler alert. It's a movie where
That's with Jonah, right?
Jonah Hill is there, Leonardo DiCaprio, but
I don't know why I said his name like I fucking know him.
that's my friend Jonah. That's
Shit, bro. Fucking.
but basically, it's a movie. Like, spoiler alert! It's a movie where these
Don't
meteorologists.
Fucking put a spoiler alert. For
Spoiler alert!
Came out like fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah, dude, I saw people that were upset that it's like they say that at the end of Titanic that the ship sink, and they're like, "Oh, a
The
spoiler!"
Titanic ending.
And they're
was
like, "That's a
alert?
spoiler." It's like that happened.
If-
Shut the
if-
fuck
first
up.
of all- first of all, it's not a spoiler alert if you learn about it in 3rd grade. Okay?
Exactly.
It's not a spoiler alert.
But
The Trail of Tears was okay. You know.
yeah, but
God damn it.
this is about meteorologists that they see a comet that is gonna hit Earth, so they're trying to prevent like the world, like, hey, this is gonna happen, and the world is like, yeah, but did you look like what Justin Bieber is doing? Like, let's see, this is more interesting. And the people who were not aware of this like deadly threat to the humanity coming were happy, and the people who knew that like Jennifer Lawrence is there and her character is like I cannot sleep. I've been like not eating for days. Like I don't care about my life anymore because she knew like we're doomed.
Yeah.
So again, like
Ignorance is bliss.
do you think like we should want to be more ignorant in order to be happy? Or you're like no, like we can suffer a little bit, but it's better to know things.
I think it depends on the cataclysmic event.
Okay.
You know? So, like, for instance, the zombie apocalypse. If the zombie apocalypse is happening, I want everyone to know.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
in this America, almost every American has a gun. And if
Yeah.
we all know the zombies are coming, I'm going to tell you right now, we'll body them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're not getting through the Appalachians, okay?
Do you think that the Democratic Party will be like, actually, we need the guns? Actually,
I think in this America, the Democratic Party has guns right now. Like, it's crazy. I think, like, in that kind of sense, you would want everyone to know.
okay,
Ignorance
yeah,
is
I
kinda the
agree.
opposite. But yeah, if a meteor is coming to Earth or we're about to explode and there's nothing we can do, I mean, I'd probably just start doing ketamine and hanging out on the beach.
Exactly, because you want to forget what you know.
Well, I mean, I do that on a normal Saturday. Anyway. That would be
Oh, but it's Saturday, it's party day. I thought you were gonna say that. I'll do that on Mondays. Mondays is my day for ketamine.
can't fucking do that on Mondays. That's
Mondays for crack.
That's a fucking unless it's a snow day, you know. I'm not gonna fucking.
Snow day is Wednesday. Okay.
But yeah, no, I think ignorance is bliss. Everyone knows that. The dumber people in your life, they're always the happiest because they're just having
Yeah.
fun. They're having a good time. They're doing what they want to do. Should we aspire to be dumb?
For me. That's the question
think-
because
I don't know.
the most depressed people are the people, usually the people that know so much that they're like I don't know how can you be happy when all of this is happening,
Right.
and it's like
Well, the secret is today, no one's happy.
yeah, I believe because
Have
we
you
know
met
too
a-
much.
Have you met a single person? It's not about knowing. It's just have you met somebody that is actually happy? Ever?
I'm gonna say this to the camera. When was the last time you texted someone and it's like, "Hey, how are you?" And instead of fine, good, okay, they're like, "Oh, I'm actually happy. This is wonderful things are happening in my life." No one is like that. Everybody's struggling. If they say fine and they're like, "Are you actually fine?" You'll find the cracks. They'll start being like, "No, actually, I have to pay my rent. I don't have the money." Blah, blah, blah. And like all the mass of being fine just starts like crumbling.
It's just gone. I texted a girl on Facebook once. I was like, "Are you
Creepy.
happy?" And she said, "No." We were in Facebook dating. Okay?
Okay.
I'm
That's
in
a
my
way
early,
to start a date. It's like, hey, are you happy? She's like, no. I was like, okay, that's my kind of girl.
What I'm saying is, and like, here's the thing, right? I text her. I'm like, "Are you happy?"
Okay.
She said no, and then she sent me a picture of her tits, and that's because we're functioning unhappy people.
I love that.
We're functioning. We know what we want. We know that we're not happy. You know what
She
I mean?
makes you happy, or you were like, those
I-
tits are making me sad right now, actually.
Sad to now we're venturing into uncharted territory.
Okay, keep going, but I have one question after this,
Oh,
and
go
then
ahead.
and
Do your
then we
question.
move.
Do your question.
The question is,
Yeah.
sorry, women out there, have you ever been sent like a nude that was kind of not good, and you were like, this actually is not helping at all?
Yeah, one time I accidentally sent one of my own to myself. And I was like, "Oh, damn, that's what it looks like."
Yeah, no, but
Oh.
have you ever got a nude, and for some reason the lining or the position or whatever is like
The position,
I once got sent one that I was
the
like,
angle he was at, you know.
yeah, his dick is like, no, that I was like, this is actually not good.
You were not a fan. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of any naked woman that I wasn't like, that I was disappointed in. You know.
I got one that I was like,
Mm.
this is, and it's weird to say because like for women.
Your grandma got into the cloud. didn't
Yeah,
she,
like
bro?
for women, it's so common to say that men are disgusting. No
Yeah.
women are like aroused by a fucking dick pic.
Right. Yeah.
That's like common. But if a guy says like I don't like that nude, it's like, are you fucking gay? Like what is
Well,
it?
it's not- it's not-
like if a guy says like I don't like when a woman sends me a nude, immediately women are like
You are gay.
you were just looking for any opportunity.
any opportunity. Like, they're like,
Why are you gay?
I was
Yeah, I
like,
thought you were gonna do the "Why are you gay?" but you did the "You are gay."
no, because immediately they're like,
You are gay.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's not a question about homosexuality. It's just a question about how horny are you.
yes.
And I've seen your stand-up set.
So I'm
So
super
I
horny.
know that whatever you get down to is some fucking diabolical shit.
Yesterday, I said to a bunch of people in Stratton, Illinois, that I fuck flowers
Why?
because it's part of my joke.
You fuck flowers?
In my dreams.
There's fresh flowers right there. Are you,
Exactly.
I put my bag under those.
But I have a joke about that. It was a wet dream that I fuck a flower, but
Oh, that's a different story. Either way, I think it's not it's weird, but at the same time I get it because
okay.
it's all about the mindset and it's about how you get it. It's also about who's sending it to you. There's a lot of factors.
So for you, never
I
had
have-
husband
I
that
mean,
you
I've
receive
never-
a tidbit that you're like, this is not today.
Yeah, my uncle Gary sent me pictures of his tits once, and that was cool. I was like, Gary Bear, you're doing something nice here.
Yeah, this makes me remember when I was 4 and you.
I was 7. Okay.
Whoa, yeah.
Sick fuck.
I gave in consent.
As much as I could.
I'm gonna end the first part before the pause with this. Are you watching The Last of Us?
Dude, I watched the full first season on a road trip. That road trip to
Okay.
fucking we were talking about it on the other podcast, New Orleans. Fucking- but then I haven't watched any of season 2.
Okay, but I'm gonna do a little spoiler, but it's like not super big deal in the drama. But
Really, if it's a big spoiler, I will kill you.
no, I don't care. I'm gonna say something, but in the next part. But
Okay.
well, did you play the games?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know,
I know most.
okay, Dina and Ellie they kiss.
Yeah.
And they kiss, and you know what women say that if the woman is drunk and you're not, she's not able to consent, so therefore you're a predator. There's a scene where clearly Dina says like, "Oh, she's a little drunk," and Ellie's not, and they kiss, and they put a picture like Dina was wrong, she couldn't consent, therefore Ellie's a predator. And I'm like,
Are you asking me for my opinion on this?
no, I'm just saying like she is, but she's a woman, so we're gonna let it slip.
Here's the thing.
My uncle.
My Uncle Gary. When I was 8. I don't even have an Uncle Gary. I don't know. Shit, Search my family tree. Gare Bear's not on there. He's not an uncle. He's just a family friend.
That's worse. Okay, we're gonna make a pause, but I'm gonna come back with spoilers because I'm gonna say something about Melvin Stewart. Okay, so we're gonna make a pause and we're gonna come back. And we are back. We were watching The Last of Us and
Top 5 black people to not trust. Number 5, Melvin Stewart.
Melvin Stewart. No. I'm gonna say this like about spoilers. Spoilers.
Melvin was one of the last of us. We'd be able to eat off his body for years. I'm gonna tell you.
Picture
look,
of
I'm
Melvin.
a big man. We
Picture of Melvin.
We cut off one of them ham hocks, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Throw that shit in the freezer. We be chilling.
No, I'm gonna say this about Melvin. I love Melvin, but he's so bad at not doing spoilers because also depends on the.
That's why we're talking about.
That also depends on levels because I believe there are levels of spoilers, like level of people with the spoilers. I believe, and this is on me. I am on the highest susceptible to spoilers. In what way? Like if I read the synopsis of a movie before watching the movie, that's kind of a spoiler because synopsis right now, like or trailers right now, I believe they're doing it so bad. Like the movie can be like the cave. Will they be able to get out? And in the trailer, they're out. It's like, yes, they went
you have
out.
to think about how Hollywood is right now. Like I'm a screenwriter, and that's what I do. When we write log lines, when we like write the basis of the movie, everyone has seen everything right now.
Yes, I agree.
Everybody has seen every single concept. Nobody gives a fuck about anything. So you have to be like, hey, the movie's about this cave. Where do they get out? Of course they fucking get out. How do they get out though?
I don't
That's
care.
the question.
Yeah, but for me, it's like they got out. Like
Okay, well-
I'm seeing it. They got out.
You're a bad consumer.
Maybe, but I rather, you know what is really, I don't know if you have done this, when you go to a movie not knowing anything about the movie, not knowing what the fuck is going to happen, not knowing, I want to watch Sinners, like, I don't fucking know what the movie is about. And for me, that's better, and then be surprised by everything.
Oh, you're talking about the movie Sinners.
Sinners, yeah.
I thought you said seniors, like you were just going out and watching old people.
I do that, but that's
I was gonna say, bro,
that's on Mondays.
that's kind of a good concept.
Voyageur. Okay, but
Bonjour.
Voyageur. Okay, but this is for me. This is a level of spoilers. For me, a spoiler is if we're watching a movie and you're like, dude, the bike, well, the motorcycle scene, fucking, it was the best scene on the movie. For me, that's a spoiler. You're not.
That's a spoiler.
Why? Because you're not saying anything. But if I'm watching the movie and then the guy gets in a motorcycle, now I don't have the excitement of like, oh, what the, whoa, what, did all of this shit happen? I'm already being like, something awesome is gonna happen. Instead of like being a surprise, like, oh,
And you're gonna
something
be like,
awesome happened.
Oh, something awesome's about to happen.
Yeah, and then I
Aw.
pull my pants.
Oh,
That's how it works.
that's different.
But I believe that's
I could see
that's
that,
like
'cause
the
that is
most.
kind of that's a spoiler because it's spoiling how you'd react to the moment.
Yeah,
It's-
but that's like the most susceptible like rank. I believe a lot of people don't see that as a spoilers.
yeah, I don't because I think it's I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
If I'm with a friend and he's like, "Hey, the end of this movie is gonna be fucking crazy," then I'm gonna get more anticipation because I'm like, you know what? I'm already
For
liking
me,
the
that's a
movie.
spoiler.
That's gonna be great. So if it's a spoiler or not, do you like it or do you dislike it? You dislike it.
I don't like when they do that. Like I'd rather not know it. Like because it's like, dude, the plot twist at the end is amazing.
Have you tried getting better friends? I mean,
Yeah, no, that's not
'cause
happening.
you're saying Melvin does this to you.
Yeah,
Let's
like-
call Melvin out right now. Here's the thing.
You piece no, because we're playing a game, Expedition 33 Player Score, amazing game. But we're playing this game, and he keeps spoiling, and he's like, no, hey man, no, this is not a spoiler. But when you get to this region, there's a boss that you fight. You have to use this sword, and if you use this sword, you can kill it in 2 hits. And then if you use this like character with this like clothes, it will give you the special event. It's like, I wanna learn that by myself. I don't want
wanna
you
play
to
the
tell me.
game.
It's like, yeah, no, but it's not a spoiler because it's a side quest. I don't fucking care. You're really spoiling me what happens in the. I want to be in the side quest and be like, whoa, instead of being like, I know exactly now what to do.
I think the thing is, you always, no matter what you want to do, you always have a friend that has done it or seen it,
Yeah,
and they want you to feel the same way they did about
I
it.
know. Yeah,
But it doesn't help when they're trying to give or force their reaction on you. Like, oh, you're gonna love this boss, or oh, you're gonna love this game. It's like, let me fucking play the game. Let me try it out.
yeah, exactly.
I get what you're saying.
So
I
for
do
you,
think-
at a spoiler, what it would be? Because like for
What's a
you,
spoiler?
for you, what a spoiler is? If it is in the main drama, they're like, hey, this happens.
I think a spoiler for me is like, yeah, if it's like part of the main story.
Okay.
Because I write movies and I write TV, and most of the time when I watch a movie, I can kind of pan out how it's going to end. There's going to be some crazy scenes. I can kind of see the ending. But if somebody tells me, hey, the main character and his, long lost lover who was dead, she comes back in the very end and they make out and they're together and that's the end of it, then I'm like, okay, you spoiled it for me. Fuck this. But if you're like, hey, some crazy shit happens with a lover in the end, then I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay, that's not a
I'm with it.
spoiler.
It's
For
not
me, it's a spoiler.
it's not a
So
big spoiler.
if people watching, like, what will be a spoiler for you? You see, like, I did have other topics, but I believe like talking about what a spoiler is so interesting because
Yeah.
again, Melvin, he do
So did
not.
something happen with Melvin? Like, why?
Yeah, with Expedition 33, and I keep saying stop talking. Like, don't
Are
tell
y'all
me.
playing it? Isn't that a single player game? Or can
It
you
is a single player game, but he keeps
So is
telling
he like,
me.
what is he oiling you up while you're playing it and telling
Okay.
you all the secrets? What's that?
Spoiler alert for people who are playing Expedition 33. If you are in the beginning of the game, don't skip this. Skip this part. Or I don't know if you're even
If
watching.
you like interracial sex, though, stay right here.
Stay right here.
We'll be right back. Let's play the clip.
And it's just like to be fucking Melvin. Okay, but
First of all, you would not be fucking Melvin, okay? Melvin would be fucking you.
I don't know. I
You're
believe
the bottom.
no. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like he is so.
Every poster y'all are on together, notice this. His name is always above yours. That's all I have to say.
Okay, but okay. Listen to
Oh,
me.
the poster I put, the show that you both were on, May 30th, Shylights at the Den Theater, Stage 2A. It's going to be at 7:30. Tickets are $15. Grab a ticket. The show that you two are on, his name's above yours.
Okay, but listen to this. Do you know the movie about Adam Sandler that he's in a gay couple with their firefighters,
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill?
It's not Jack
No,
and
it's not
Jill.
Jack and Jill. I don't remember the name of the movie. But you know the movie.
Yeah.
When they go out to the costume party, one Adam Sandler dressed as a vampire and the other one dressed as an apple, and everybody thinks like in their stories like, oh yeah, the apple is the bottom one, and then in the party they realize, no, you are the vampire. You like to suck. You are the actual like bottom. I believe that's happened with me and Melvin. Like, oh, he's always on top on the media, but then on the bed,
But see, you're the vampire.
no. I believe. Oh well, he's black. He cannot be a vampire. There you go. Okay. Well, actually, they can be thanks to Twilight. Okay. Getting back to topic.
Idris.
But getting back to the topic of the spoilers in Expedition 33, people skip to this part and then still get the spoilers. They skip like 2 minutes and then like, well, this character
No, because
dies.
we told him, we said if you like interracial sex, stick around.
Yeah,
Just did the
yeah,
interracial
you're right,
sex.
right.
So now we're doing the spoiler part. I've
Okay.
never played this game. I might want to play this game, but
Okay.
I don't really.
Okay.
give a fuck. We can just talk.
Okay. I'm gonna do. It's a side quest story. The spoiler. It's not the main story. But again, for me, everything is a spoiler. He was like, "Oh, if you go to this place and you go down like this path, you're gonna find Simon. That he's part of the Expedition Zero, and you have to fight him." It's like I didn't want to know that because if I go to this place and I go down this path and then I found this character, I'll be like, "What the fuck." Now I just went there. I just went there, and I knew he was there. So the excitement, and there's like a
Right.
super amazing cutscene to kind of explain who he is, and I was like, I already know, because this motherfucker, like, cannot shut his mouth.
Can I be honest with you? Did
No.
you just invite me here so that you can complain about this game?
I brought Jim Balderston here so I can complain about Melvin Stewart and his spoilers. That's the only reason he's here.
Melvin Stewart's thick thunder thighs.
You have a nice radio voice.
I know, thank you.
I have a radio voice, but I said it in Spanish.
I have a good Watch Mojo voice, you know?
Yes.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
Have you ever wanted to do like voice acting?
I did a radio station in high school. I was the manager of my radio station, and we actually had a real thing.
That's not what I asked.
Are you hitting the gay button? I saw your hand.
But that's exactly not what I was like. Have you done voice
I've not-
acting? Or he's like, I was the person in my school.
Women.
Oh, yeah, that's the women button. No, I've never done voice acting. I kind of want to, but I mean, you know,
He has an amazing Goofy voice. Amazing. Can you?
like Goofy the
Goofy the
character
Yeah, the
from
character.
Disney.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Goofy.
That's
I-
not. That's me doing Goofy.
Well, gosh, I don't know. I can
Nice Trump, nice Goofy.
hit some things.
Nice jump, nice goofy. I like all of it.
Y yo puedo hablar así en español, puedo tener una conversación increíble en la radio, así que llamen al 073-2402 para más información.
¡Ay, papi!
Like we can
Mi
do,
corazón es en fuego para ti.
we can do a radio show, you know, when the radio shows like they just like send like the cues between the songs.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the song is playing and like radio station 93.
¡Ah, pobrecito, pobrecito, pobrecito!
And we are back with more Justin Bieber.
And next up, I will be oiling down Christian.
And it's like, let me hear the song, dude. Like, what is happening?
Going on for 15 minutes. And now traffic. I-90's got a lot of motherfuckers on there. Mission Impossible themes
Dude,
playing for some reason, fucking just going on.
It's like, and we are back with more of 9674 p.m. I was like, what is happening in this?
Interracial radio. Radio.
Mm.
If you're white, you're all right. If you're Hispanic, don't panic. This is for you too. Everybody, Interracial Radio. 89.9.
And now playing. And it's like the most like country song ever.
Well, there's no cock like horse.
And now playing Kanye. I was like, that. This is why. This is.
Despacito.
Dude, I love that Justin Bieber got into that song and he didn't do it like
He
lyrics.
didn't do shit.
He's like,
He's not even in
he's
the
like,
song.
Despacito. That's not Spanish, dude. That's not, you're not doing it.
So,
Okay.
okay, here's what I think we should do, right? I think you do the next segment in Spanish and I'll do it in German because I can speak German.
You see, I told you he's the most racist comic I know. So there you go with racist stuff. Can you end the episode because we're gonna end the episode? We're gonna go to bonus content. Can you say something in German for the people?
Wir haben ein kleines Schwanzes.
That means.
We have small penises.
And we do. So thank you so much for watching. Don't click here for dick pics of small penises. And that's
Click here for big Melvin Stewart balls.
I believe we were not that racist. Like I'm really proud.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This is just a whole bowl of nothing. Like anyone who listens to this is gonna be, they're gonna hear, we're gonna claim we're gonna say some racist shit, then we kind of don't. They're gonna hear about a game, Expedition 33.
And then
They're gonna hear about
interracial sex.
spoilers. They're gonna hear about Melvin Stewart's greasy thighs, which honestly, everyone wants. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's just kind of cool, and Christian's cool. Subscribe to his stuff, and I'm cool. Subscribe to my stuff.
There you go. So thank you for watching. And this was Another Latino with a Podcast, episode 57, actually. So
57.
57. So adios.
Adios.